Mount Fuji. Even the name echoed with a kind of magic. I had seen pictures, a perfect cone of snow against a blue sky. It was a symbol of Japan, of stillness, of reaching for something beyond. And now I was actually going to climb it. Excitement bubbled up, but also nerves. Could I really do this? I was no seasoned climber. I was a writer, more at home with words than with hiking boots. Yet there was something about Fuji that drew me in. A challenge, yes, but also a promise, a chance to see the world differently. As I packed my bag, I knew this would be a journey unlike any other. The bullet train sliced through the countryside, a marvel of modern engineering against the timeless backdrop of nature. The rhythmic hum of the train was almost meditative, a stark contrast to the bustling city I had left behind. As we sped along, the landscape transformed into a blur of green rice paddies and tiny villages, each one a testament to Japan's rich agricultural heritage. The sight of these serene fields and quaint homes was a reminder of the simpler, slower-paced life that still thrives in rural Japan. It was a beautiful juxtaposition to the high-speed train I was on, a blend of old and new that defines this incredible country. Japan, always a land of contrasts, surprised me with its serenity just a short ride from the bustling city. The tranquility of the countryside was a stark contrast to the neon lights and crowded streets of Tokyo. It felt like stepping into a different world, one where time moved a little slower, and the air was a little fresher. I was headed to Kawaguchiko, the starting point for many climbers. This charming town, nestled at the base of Mount Fuji, is a hub of activity for those looking to conquer Japan's highest peak. The streets were lined with shops selling hiking gear, and the air was filled with a sense of anticipation and excitement. The closer I got, the bigger Fuji seemed to loom. Its majestic presence dominated the skyline, a constant reminder of the challenge that lay ahead. The mountain's snow-capped peak glistened in the sunlight, a beacon for adventurers from all over the world. Its presence was inescapable, a giant watching over everything. The sheer size and beauty of Mount Fuji were both awe-inspiring and intimidating. It was a humbling experience standing at the base of such a magnificent natural wonder, knowing that I was about to embark on a journey to its summit. I felt a nervous flutter in my stomach. This was real. The excitement of the journey ahead was mixed with a healthy dose of apprehension. I had prepared for this moment, but standing at the base of Fuji, the reality of the climb was starting to sink in. At the base, the air was crisp and cool. The early morning light cast a golden hue over the landscape, and the fresh mountain air was invigorating. It was the perfect start to what promised to be an unforgettable adventure. Fellow climbers, a mix of ages and nationalities, buzzed with nervous energy. There were seasoned hikers with years of experience and first-timers like myself, all united by a common goal. The camaraderie among the climbers was palpable, and it was comforting to know that I wasn't alone in my quest to reach the summit. We were all drawn here by the same desire, to conquer Fuji. The mountain had a magnetic pull, drawing people from all corners of the globe. It was more than just a physical challenge, it was a journey of self-discovery and personal achievement. But before the climb, there was the ritual of preparation, checking equipment, buying walking sticks, and making sure we had everything we needed for the ascent. The shops were bustling with activity, and the air was filled with the sound of excited chatter and last-minute preparations, and sharing stories with other hikers. The anticipation was building. Each story shared was a source of inspiration and motivation, a reminder of why we were all here. As we stood at the base of Mount Fuji, ready to begin our climb, there was a sense of unity and shared purpose that was truly special. The trailhead marked the beginning of the Yoshida Trail, one of the most popular routes up Fuji. It felt symbolic, stepping from the ordinary world onto this path walked by pilgrims for centuries. The initial climb was deceptively easy, a gentle incline through a forest. Sunlight dappled through the trees, birds sang, and the air was filled with the scent of pine needles. But even here, Fuji made its presence felt. The air grew thinner with every step. I could feel my heart beating faster, my breath coming a little quicker. Still, there was a lightness in my step. I was on my way. The forest thinned, giving way to a more volcanic landscape. The lush greenery that had accompanied us for the first part of our journey was now replaced by rugged, rocky terrain. The trees, once dense and towering, became sparse, their twisted forms a testament to the harsh conditions. It felt as though we had entered a different world, one shaped by the raw power of the earth beneath our feet. The path became steeper, winding its way up in a series of switchbacks. Each turn revealed a new challenge, a steeper incline, a rockier path. The switchbacks seemed endless, each one a test of our resolve and endurance. We moved slowly, deliberately, each step a small victory against the mountain's relentless ascent. Gone was the gentle stroll. This was serious climbing. Our pace slowed as the trail demanded more from us. The incline was unforgiving, and the path, littered with loose rocks, required careful navigation. We were no longer just hiking. We were climbing, each step a calculated effort to maintain balance and momentum. Hours passed in a rhythm of steps and breaths. The sound of our boots crunching on the rocky ground and the steady rhythm of our breathing became a meditative mantra. We fell into a trance-like state, our minds focused solely on the next step, the next breath. Time seemed to blur, the hours blending into one continuous effort. The air was thinner now, the world a little hazy. As we climbed higher, the oxygen levels dropped, and every breath felt like a small struggle. The landscape around us took on a dreamlike quality, the distant peaks shrouded in a soft, ethereal haze. It was as if we were ascending into another realm, one where the rules of the world below no longer applied. I could feel the altitude, a dull ache in my head, a leaden feeling in my legs. Each step became a test of willpower, my body protesting against the thin air and the relentless climb. The altitude sickness was a constant companion, a reminder of the mountain's dominance over us. Yet despite the discomfort, there was a sense of determination that kept us moving forward. But there was also a strange exhilaration. The challenge of the climb, the beauty of the landscape, and the camaraderie of my fellow hikers created a unique blend of exhaustion and euphoria. Each step, though difficult, brought a sense of accomplishment and a deeper connection to the mountain and to each other. With every step higher, the world seemed to expand. The views became more breathtaking, the horizon stretching out in all directions. The higher we climbed, the more we could see, the vastness of the landscape unfolding before us. It was a humbling reminder of our smallness in the face of such grandeur. I could see the towns below shrinking, the clouds swirling at eye level. The perspective from this height was surreal, the familiar world below reduced to tiny specks. The clouds, once far above, were now our companions, drifting lazily at eye level. It was a view that few are privileged to see, a reward for the effort and perseverance of the climb. Rest stops became moments of camaraderie. We would gather together, sharing stories, laughter, and the occasional groan of exhaustion. These breaks were not just a chance to catch our breath, but also to bond with our fellow climbers, to share in the collective experience of the ascent. We were strangers united by this shared challenge, sharing snacks, words of encouragement, and gasps of thin air. The mountain had a way of breaking down barriers, of bringing people together in a way that few other experiences could. We were no longer just individuals on a hike. We were a team, united by the climb and the goal of reaching the summit. Section 5. Reaching for the Heavens. As darkness fell, the true nature of the climb revealed itself. The air was frigid, the wind biting. Headlamps illuminated the trail, a snaking line of light against the dark silhouette of the mountain. The last stretch was the hardest. The path was almost vertical in places, the ground covered in loose volcanic rock. Every step was a battle against exhaustion and the thinning air. But something kept me going. A stubborn determination, perhaps. Or maybe it was the sight of those ahead of me, their silhouettes outlined against the starry sky. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, I reached the crater rim. The wind howled, but I barely noticed. I had made it. Words can't describe the feeling of watching the sunrise from the summit of Mount Fuji. It was like being on top of the world. The sky transformed from deep indigo to a fiery palette of orange, pink, and gold. And then, slowly, majestically, the sun emerged, casting a golden glow over the clouds below. It was a moment of pure magic, worth every ounce of effort, every aching muscle, every doubt I had felt. As I stood there, bathed in the golden light, I felt a profound sense of peace. It wasn't just the view, it was the realization of what I had accomplished. Climbing Mount Fuji was more than just a physical challenge. It was a journey of self-discovery. It taught me the power of perseverance, of pushing beyond my perceived limits. It showed me the beauty of simplicity, of finding joy in each step, each breath. And it reminded me of the importance of connection, with nature, with fellow travelers, and with something larger than myself. The mountain had tested me, but it had also rewarded me with experiences I will cherish forever. Climbing Mount Fuji isn't for everyone. It's physically demanding, mentally challenging, and requires thorough preparation. But if you have the opportunity, I urge you to consider it. It's an experience unlike any other, a chance to connect with nature, test your limits, and witness breathtaking beauty. Don't let fear hold you back. With the right preparation and a determined spirit, you too can stand on top of Japan and witness the sunrise of a lifetime. The descent, though easier than the climb, was filled with its own kind of magic. Each step down the trail was a moment to reflect on the journey that had brought me to the summit. The air was crisp, and the landscape unfolded before me in a way that felt both familiar and new. The mountain, with its majestic presence, seemed to whisper stories of ancient times and adventures yet to come. I carried with me the memory of the sunrise, the feeling of accomplishment, and the sense of peace that only such a profound experience can bring. The first light of dawn had painted the sky in hues of pink and gold, a sight so breathtaking that it felt like a dream. It was a moment of pure serenity where time seemed to stand still, and the world was bathed in a gentle, golden glow. And the lessons learned along the way. Each challenge faced, each obstacle overcome, had taught me something invaluable. The climb had tested my limits, but it had also revealed strengths I never knew I possessed. It was a journey of self-discovery where every step was a testament to resilience and determination. As I left Mount Fuji behind, I felt a mix of emotions. There was a sense of sadness in parting, but also a deep gratitude for the experience. The mountain had been a silent companion, a teacher, and a source of inspiration. It had shown me the beauty of nature and the power of perseverance. I knew I was leaving a part of myself there. The memories of the climb, the sights and sounds, the feelings of triumph and exhaustion, all seemed to linger in the air. It was as if the mountain had absorbed a piece of my soul, a fragment of my journey that would forever remain etched in its slopes. But I also knew I was taking a part of it with me. The spirit of the mountain, the lessons learned, and the memories made would stay with me always. They would serve as a reminder of what I had achieved and what I was capable of. The climb had changed me, leaving an indelible mark on my heart and soul. The spirit of the mountain, the resilience I had discovered within, would stay with me, a reminder of what's possible when we push beyond our comfort zones. It was a lesson in the power of persistence, in the beauty of nature, and in the strength of the human spirit. The mountain had taught me that with determination and courage, anything is possible. The resilience I had discovered within would stay with me, a reminder of what's possible when we push beyond our comfort zones. It was a lesson in the power of persistence, in the beauty of nature, and in the strength of the human spirit. The mountain had taught me that with determination and courage, anything is possible. A reminder of what's possible when we push beyond our comfort zones. The climb had been a journey of self-discovery, a test of endurance, and a celebration of the human spirit. It had shown me that with determination and courage we can achieve great things, and someday, I know I will return. The call of the mountain is strong, a pull that is impossible to ignore. It is a place of beauty and challenge, a place where dreams are realized and new adventures begin. The mountain will always be there, waiting, a silent guardian of the memories we create. Because Mount Fuji, once climbed, has a way of calling you back. It is a place that leaves an indelible mark on your soul, a place that beckons you to return. The mountain is more than just a physical challenge, it is a spiritual journey, a quest for self-discovery and inner peace. It's a whisper in the wind, a gentle reminder of the beauty and power of nature. The mountain speaks to those who listen, sharing its secrets and its wisdom. It is a place of solitude and reflection, where one can find peace and clarity. A longing in the heart, a desire to return to a place that feels like home. The mountain has a way of capturing your heart, of making you feel connected to something greater than yourself. It is a place of beauty and wonder, a place that calls you back time and time again, a promise of a sunrise like no other. The mountain offers a new beginning, a fresh start, and a chance to see the world in a different light. It is a place of hope and inspiration, a place where dreams are born and possibilities are endless. Until we meet again, Fuji.